So for the Team of the Season warm-up, we have got a new objective for this. It is the Team of the Season warm-up cup, as it is always worth a lovely cup. You get an 83 times 10 to finish. You've got win 1, 2, 4, 6 and 8 as well as 10. 83 times 2 times 3 times 5, 84 5. We get a evolution. We're going to get a Playmaker Plus or Deep Lion Playmaker Plus. We are going to get a Box to Box Plus Plus, and that's going to be for roles on a centre mid, max 90 overall. And I think that's it. Then obviously we get the 84 times 5, so nothing too crazy. It is playing the Team of the Season World Warm-Up Cup and get the objectives. There's nothing really too crazy about it, bar from the team. Now, we have got 20 matches remaining, so I'm assuming this is going to be their new thing again. Obviously, they give us so many matches. I'm assuming that we basically just get this amount of matches and that's it. There's no refresh for it because we only have to win 10. So you're going to have to be on your A game to make sure that you don't screw up in the first few. You've basically got to win 50% of your games. Unless they've messed up and it's not meant to be matches remained. I don't know why they would do, because it's not as if you get a player for this one, but realistically, if you're looking at it from now, we get 50%. Every time you win, you can have one loss. If you lose, you need to win the next one. Now, obviously, you can go in co-op with this, so double check if you don't want to go against co-op players. And we've got a first two, so this is one goal and it's done. So literally, like how we've seen in the previous ones, same as the Immortality League, one goal and the game is finished. We've got a max 86 rated team, like the previous cup. We obviously don't get any bronze or silvers, so it is going to have to be golds in there. Now, obviously, we don't have to pick a specific team. So if we was to go with Team of the Season Cup, obviously I would go WC for warm cup. Then we're going to go with this. So basically the way to kind of, not bronze bench, but we want to go for the lowest gold. It can be rare or common, but basically you want 75s on there. That's going to give us the best chance of going forward. Judging from the Immortality League, a lot more people with a lot more balanced teams than I thought, to be honest. I really thought that there'd be more of like a heavy hitter. I did use Hullet to start with, and to be honest, it just added so much to it. But I would be looking at somebody like an Mbappe up front if you can. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Now, it doesn't have to be the 96, it can just be quite simply the 91. It is just a very good card to have in general. When it comes to keepers, you want a few that are quite low. Naturally, you're not going to be able to have everybody in them 88. So I personally went for someone like Howard. Nice and easy to get on the ball, did his job, and that was kind of all I needed him for. When we look at the right back, another great option you can go with if you've still got him as a gold. You might have packed him again, and that's going to be someone like Carl Walker, because you go in for a first to goal. You don't need to worry about the heavy extent of defending, so I would be looking at something like that. And if you do have him in the French, I would be looking at someone like Mendy at the other side, which again is going to be perfect if you have got him. When it comes to centre-backs, again, a gold Virgil is going to be more than suffice for this if you wanted to add just that extra bit of level. And to be honest, I would go with someone like a Saliba next to him as well. Or you could go a little bit lower, have Virgil, because we know he's just insanely consistent, and then you go for like your 86 or 85 going next to him, which again there's loads of options you can go with. You could go with an 87 Saliba, to be fair. That wouldn't be a bad option. Obviously Tomore is up there as an 86 as well. I normally go with a bit of Sol Campbell just because he adds that extra little bit of chemistry for me also. Then this is where you've got to be really smart with it, because you don't necessarily want to have a very high attack in striking and then no midfield to kind of get the ball through. But then also you kind of can't neglect the wingers as well. So when it comes to strikers, I tend to do look in the Prem to kind of keep a bit more chemistry if I can. And personally for me, I would be looking at somebody like Son. He's a very easy card to get on with, and he works really well. When it comes to the right wing, you have got someone like a Joe Cole, or if you wanted to go for someone like Adama, who's just out and out pace. It does work quite heavily. This is why I do go heavy on the Prem, to be honest. Then on the left hand side, again, it depends on where you're looking at. There wasn't necessarily a crazy amount of options for me here, so I normally kind of just go with somebody a little bit random. It is quite as simple as that. Normally I do go with a bit of Barnes, just to be able to, again, get a bit more chemistry, as we can see. And then the midfield, it all depends on where I want to go with. As you can see, if we went for, say we go for somebody like Trent, and then we go someone like kind of Rodri, we would stick at an 86 still. So we could balance it out a bit more. I do like having Hullet in the middle. I think he works really, really well. And then in terms of kind of going next to him, I am going to go, luckily, with the 91 partner, and we can kind of see where we could upgrade a little bit. Could we add a bit more on that right wing? We obviously drop him out a second, and we can kind of go and see, is there anybody else that we could go with? So we know 86, we could still get a 91 in there. Going up to like the 94s might be a little bit more tricky. And it's just about getting the right kind of combination. Going for a brand new Hansen. Obviously, we did do a bit of Neymar as well. I'm quite happy with our kind of extent. I would look at someone like a Jarzinho here. And again, we can kind of bring it up a little bit with the Barnes and kind of see where we can go to just get the best team. Now, obviously, you will see that we get a pretty high chance here, so we could go for a Vinny if we really wanted to. Obviously, we have got a bit of Son, so I'm going to actually go for Vinny because I am used to him in the team. And again, you kind of then looking, well, do we go for a better striker? We will find that eventually we will run out of room here, so if the striker is probably the last position, that's going to allow us to go 86 still, really. It might be because I had 77s on the bench, but that just seems... What about if we go for a 96? Really? It doesn't seem right that I'm allowed that many players. Like, Dalglish is absolutely perfect then. How very strange. I swear, it might be because I've gone for Furland on the side as well. If I was to drop Jarzinho down, I'm just shocked that there's so much room there. Normally there's not much. There we go. Okay, so what about 91? 91 is still available. I could go with somebody else. Hansen. To be honest, I've probably got all I needed there. And to be fair, I'm more than happy with that. What I could do, if I said I could go for 91, I want to say, is my Virgil a 91? He's a 92 and he just goes over. So I'm going to go for the gold Virgil. And then what I'm going to do is I wonder if I can bring in my other Saliba. And that should keep the chemistry, but it does go to there, so I can't actually do that yet. We're just going to go to 88, and to be honest, if I'm going there, I might as well keep it of where I was. So we'll just keep it like that for the moment. I could go company. He's not that much better, to be fair. We could stick like that. You've got to get the 5 wins. Obviously, you've still got the manager. And that's kind of the level of team that you're looking at. There's nothing too crazy with it. But you've got enough to kind of keep you going. The midfield and the attack is where I personally want to go. What you find on the start is people just hold the ball as quick as possible to try and get the ball just playing through the wings. Don't worry about the defense and just have enough of a solid option to go with. Once there, it is just quite literally the luck of the draw. If you get 20 pro players, then unfortunately that is what you get. But 9 times out of 10, you should get at least somebody that you could give a good game. And you get through it. We get these done. You can do them all right now. And we can get this objective as quick as done as possible. If you want to wait, then there's still possibility that you can do that. Obviously, once we get through the first 20 games, a lot of people are going to be finished with it. So you more than likely find some of the people that are quote-unquote less impressive on the game, potentially. And that's what you got to do for this. A decent amount of rewards. Again, starting to stock up, ready for that team of the season. Hopefully, this helps. Peace.